Hello everyone, I'm Sophie and I'm currently at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. Today I'll be reading from my guru's blog, His Eminence the 25th Sam Tuku Rinpoche. The topic is Love Without Agenda. I'll be doing part 19. And as usual, a picture to share with you before I start reading. There you go. Sorry, this one, yes. This is where Rinpoche is giving teachings in the Gompa in Kechara House, Sunway Mas, PJ. Right, Love Without Agenda, Part 19. Do your sadhanas. Give your time over to the Dharma. And those of you who have the honor to receive tantric initiations, do your sadhanas long. Hold your commitments. Do so. Don't make it a joke. Don't switch your practices back and forth. You like this one. You like that one. You don't like that one. That way. Don't switch gurus and practices like we switch our menu. And if you have a lama, and I don't refer to me, but may look like that or indirectly, it may become that. Follow your lama. Have faith in your lama, and no matter how your lama manifests, think of it the higher purpose. Support the monks, support the Sangha because they are studying, they are holding their vows. Support the nuns, they are holding their vows. They are beautiful women and men who have dedicated their lives to the Dharma. That's what we do. Make Dharma books happen. Support your Dharma center. Support your Dharma people. And those people with positions such as liaisons and committee. Do your job. Don't complain other people are not doing their job. Don't complain no one showed you or taught you. You don't know anything. That can be true, but if that's the situation, how do we turn it around? That's the secret. And if your Lama has called upon you to do things, please do it. Please do it because he has dedicated his merits towards you. And if he has asked you to do something, you can be sure he is at his house secretly making offerings and doing pujas to empower you. You can be sure of that. Every Lama will do that. So, if the Lama has asked you to do something, do it from your heart. Even if you fail, you didn't fail because perhaps it's the work. Perhaps it's your attitude that he is trying to transform. Maybe he is trying to transform your attitude. Maybe he is trying to transform the work. We are not sure, but definitely if the Lama calls upon you to do work, don't refuse. Don't stop. It will change your karma. It will change your destiny. It will change what will happen to you later. Trust the Lama. If you believe the Lama has no agenda, after you have checked your Lama, if you feel he has no agenda, that means ulterior negative motivation, that when he calls upon you to do the work, do it. I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about every single student out there who is blessed by the presence of their Lama in every lineage and everywhere. And when you come across obstacles, it is your Lama's blessings, so your negative karma will purify and you will become stronger. That is what I was told by Lati Rinpoche. I believe it. So whatever the Lama has said and asked you, do it. There could be higher reasons. There could be a long-term reason. Do it. It doesn't necessarily have to be magical. A parent can tell a daughter, a father can tell a daughter, a mother can tell a son what to do and predict the future by saying, do this, and do this. It's just by logic. A guru can also one who practices and knows the Dharma. It is not psychic powers. I am not trying to pretend like I have powers, so think about that. It's almost 12 o'clock and we are all Cinderellas. We need to get out of here by 12. But today, you spent 3 hours in listening to something that helps your life. You spent 3 hours in something that transforms your life, and we spent 3 hours, which was probably the best part of your month, in Dharma. Why do I assume that? Not because you saw Sam Rinpoche, because of the message. Transform the mind, change your attitude, let go of those who hurt you, forgive those who hurt you, forgive yourselves for your fear of failure. Let go of your failures. You have failed and you are afraid to fail again. That's why we run. We run because we are afraid to fail again. And when we see failure coming around the bend, we run. Don't be hard. Forgive your failure and don't run. Continue. Be generous with others. Share your bounty and good fortune. Don't be calculative. The results are harsh. And watch one's speech. Anything you say about another person will come back to you. And if that person is realized, or practiced, or has vows, it will be even stronger. The karma that comes back. Hold your tantric vows. Hold your bodhisattva vows. Hold your refuge vows. Hold it more precious than your own eyes. And do what the Lama has requested of you. Not when he is watching. Not when other people are watching. When you are watching, and then you will find it purpose. Any question? It's been a great pleasure. Although I hate teaching, when I actually teach, I feel fulfilled, but I actually hate teaching. You don't ask me why. You see, if you are a trainer at the gym, and the guy who has been training for the last 5 years is so fat and overweight, you are going to hate your job. Let me give you a hint. Since I need to end this with a little bit of reality, show emotions. So, therefore, I don't know when, I don't know how. I'm working on it because I'm afraid to work with this in a situation where people can't make it. They cop out. They can't do it. They give up. They are not committed. Or they do it halfway. But I would like to do a talk show, as I told all of you guys. And I want to interview people just like that. I want to bring Dharma out via the people. So I want to have a couch. And I'm going to be the Tibetan Malaysian Oprah Winfrey. And I'm going to ask you wonderful questions that make you think, that make you answer, that make you talk. And that will make you know what you don't know. That will make you know what you do know. Not to embarrass you, to irk you, to push you, to also make you feel good. So I will ask you in such a way that you will convey the Dharma to others. I have my ways, and that will be exciting. We will have a live audience. We will have a live audience. We will have 1 or 2 guests. We will have subjects like, how did you feel about going to Ganden? What did you think of Ganden Monastery? What was your first experience when you came into a Dharma center? Did your mother freak out when you said you were a Tibetan Buddhist? And what was your first thought about Tibetan Buddhism? The Lamas all want money? Let's talk about it. The Lamas all want money. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about controversial issues. Let's talk about non-controversial issues. We are just going to talk. we are going to talk and we are going to air this all over the world. Why? Because it is going to be a lot of people who think just like us, but dare not air it, dare not say it. So Sam Rinpoche is going to be that. Sam Rinpoche is going to be a show host that interviews you, that asks you questions, and you are going to be sitting there watching and interacting. Instead of sitting there and listening to him talk for 3 hours, we are going to listen to each other talk, and we're not going to be afraid. So it's going to be this. The theme is knowledge through students, Dharma through students. And I came up with that because I have a sore throat and laryngitis. And I was heaty from talking, so I thought, how do I get away with not teaching but still teach? Ta-da! So imagine if I get Wai Ming, who has been in Dharma for so many years. I want Mr. Corky. We are sitting down there, we talk. There are going to be things he knows. There is going to be things he doesn't know. But that's the whole process because everybody else can relate to that person. Either there is some people thinking, I hope I don't get called on, like silly Millie. She's thinking, please, not me. Please, 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 not me. Not me, not me. Definitely. And then Tashi is sitting there saying, I will not sleep for a whole week and live in Ladrang and do whatever you want if you don't call me up. Nothing. I won't sleep for 2 weeks. Nothing. I won't sleep for the rest of this year if I don't get called up. I know Tashi is thinking that. She's going to write little notes and SMSs round and round, like bargaining. But people who bargain are going to be the ones who get called up first. And then there will be people who are dying to get up here, who is dying, thinking, what will I wear? What will I wear? What will I wear? Like JP. It's like, what do I wear? He's dying, you know why? He doesn't have ego about talking. He talks well. He has got great speech. He looks good. Paris was in love with him for 4 weeks, but now it's over. And he looks good and talks well. And if he talks, there is going to be a lot of people out there who are just like him, who can relate to what he's going to talk about. So that's what it's about. You see, you are going to appeal to certain groups, so we need to have a variety of people, so it appeals to everybody, and that's fun. And sometimes we are not going to talk to them Dharma. We are going to talk about what we had for dinner and why. And with that, I will end the session here. So you will have to join me for my next session to find out what happens next. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll end this session with a completion dedication in Tibetan. Jang Jub Saint Rinpoche, Maki Panam Geyishi, Ke Panam Pame Payang, Gone Gondu Pewashu, Toni to Rinpoche, Maki Panam Geyishi, Ke Panam Pame Payang, Gone Gondu Pewashu. Daso jenis apage wadi tandandro aguna kabadang jepa jesu no santrapai tamping imporin dusa se sho ke wakuntu yanda lamada drami joki pala lonchonche sadam nangi yote razone doje changi ngopa ngotuso ke wadi nyududa lama sangyo droyone drewa chikia malupa de salago pasho choki kya posungapa chosunampa pewala geki samasi wada tunki malo sangwasho dadam sengi dosanda drewe songi latene gewa lo santrapai Tampa Riva, Gyushi, ni modele sendele, ni migunyandele shi, ni sentato dele pel, concho songi jingilo, concho songi ngodruso, concho songi trasi sho. Jesu lama kusen rapting ching, nam katrini chochu ke pada, losam tempe dro me sapsongi, dro e mun satato ni gyushi, gangri rawe ko e shinkam nem, pendan dewa malu gyoene, chenren zik wan tensing get soyi, shape shi de baru ten gyushi. home tông pe ngô trô ma lô pa den de da la sao du so ko dan dem tempa long chot nam ke pa so shik shup den sel. Thank you again, and I'll see you for my next session.